I'm gonna just keep it straight up with you. Never stay in a relationship where they make you feel like you're hard to love. Now, these next 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna speak some hard things for you to hear, but you need to hear it. Because once you start believing that lie that you're hard to love, you'll accept disrespect, you'll accept neglect, you'll accept the bare minimum, and you'll label all those things, right? You'll call it love. You think that's what love is when that's not the case. I wanna make something clear. Being hard to love is no longer gonna be your identity after our conversation. It's not your identity. What that is the result of being mishandled. A lot of people in this world, I've been doing this for 15 years. A lot of people in this world are walking around thinking that they're too much, okay? And I'll just say this. You can write this down in the chat. You will always be too much for the wrong people, okay? But a lot of people are walking around this world thinking they're too much when the reality is they've been giving their heart to the wrong people, right? People who never knew how to cherish it or hold it or value it. And what happens, you start to question yourself. Like, maybe I expect too much. Maybe I do too much. Maybe I need too much. No. You are not too much, only to the wrong people. You're just enough for the right person, okay? You are not too much. You're just asking the wrong person to meet you at your worth that's not capable of actually appreciating you. It's just fact. So hear me. Stop lowering your standards just to meet people at their level. Stop lowering your standards just to keep their presence, because you will never be enough for someone who's not enough for you. I know it's common sense, but it's facts. You will never be enough for someone who is not ready to grow. Never stay in a relationship where your peace is the price. Stop sacrificing your peace, please. Okay? I know I love you too much to keep it the same. That's why I'm this passionate. The relationship you're in should not be robbing you of yourself. Think about that. Does that make sense? You got to lose yourself to be in a relationship? If you're constantly walking on eggshells, if you're constantly silencing your truth, if you're constantly changing who you are, if you're constantly feeling depressed, unhappy, anxious every time they walk through the door, that's not love. That's emotional chaos. And research even backs it up. Don't believe me, believe the research. Emotional instability. Research says this. Emotional instability in a relationship increases cortisol levels. If you don't know what cortisol levels are, that's stress in your body. It weakens your immune system. So you're not just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Your relationship is making you sick in real life. It creates patterns of anxiety, depression. Listen to this, that don't go away even after the relationship ends. You are playing with your future by staying in something that's not meant for your life, right? You're not just losing your peace, my friend. You're losing your health. And we've normalized stress as part of relationships like it's some kind of badge of honor. Like, I get it, no relationship is perfect. There's healthy conflict for sure. But the truth is healthy love doesn't hurt this much. Think about it. Healthy love doesn't feel like pain every day. Healthy love doesn't make you lose yourself. All right, never stay in a relationship where growth feels like betrayal. You start healing, and now they say these things. You change, right? That's warning sign, red flag number one, right? You start setting boundaries, and now they say, oh, you're selfish for setting these boundaries. Somebody who loves you wants to see you be the best you. Like, nah, you're not selfish. Yeah, you change because you need to change. You're just becoming the version of you that no longer tolerates that nonsense. You're just becoming the version of you that no longer tolerates being broken. And what's wrong with that? Nothing. If they can't celebrate your growth, kick them to the curb. If healing threatens the control they have over you, then you know that's not the person that you want in your life. You don't owe anyone your old self. And I say this all the time. Some people love you better when you were broken because that's when they can use you, right? Some people loved you better when you were broken because they never planned on growing with you. Hard truth, but it's the truth. And the moment you outgrow that dysfunction, the guilt trip starts, the gaslighting starts. Oh, you think that you're better now. Oh, you're leaving me behind. The victim mindset starts. No, I think I'm just finally being better to myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Never feel guilty for doing what's best for you. Never stay in a relationship where you feel more confused than clear. If you got more questions than answers, that relationship is probably not for you. Love doesn't always make sense, right? Love is confusing at times, but it should always feel safe, right? Love should make you feel safe. You should be safe in who you are, safe in expressing yourself. If you're constantly asking yourself, are we okay? If you feel like you're always chasing emotional clarity, my friend, I don't know who told you this, but that's not chemistry. That's trauma bonding. And let me teach you something real quick about trauma bonding, okay? Trauma bonds are built through what I would call inconsistent love. Where the person, let me know if this cycle sounds familiar. Where the person hurts you, then they love you, then you walk away, they say the right things to pull you back, they love you, then they hurt you again, and what happens is you become addicted to the cycle. You start waiting on the version of them that made you feel seen, that made you feel loved. Even if it lasted for a moment, you're waiting for that version to show up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, sometimes we wait on things that will never show up again. Sometimes we're addicted to what was and we're ignoring what is. And you tell yourself, but they weren't always like this. Exactly. That's the addiction. They gave you a glimpse of who they could be, and you fell in love with potential. Never let the potential of a person make you ignore the reality of who they are. Please write that in the chat, right? Then that person disappears into who they really are. You've been holding on to a memory. You've been holding on to a moment, not a person. Never stay in a relationship where accountability doesn't live. Please hear me when I say this. If I'm sorry, because people love to take advantage of someone's forgiveness, if I'm sorry is just a phrase with no behavior change, okay? If every conversation turns into manipulation, if your pain gets flipped back onto you, you're not being loved. I hate to say this, but you're being controlled. You're being played with. Just keeping it real with you. You don't heal through denial, my friend. You heal through truth. And real love doesn't run from responsibility. It embraces it. It wants the responsibility. Somebody who cares about you doesn't want to put more questions in your life than answers. They want you to know, right? Real love doesn't deflect, it reflects. Never stay in a relationship where you feel like you're fighting alone. It should be two people fighting for a relationship, not one. If it's one, then it needs to probably come to a dead end. Love is not supposed to be one side. I know you know this, but you need to hear it. It's not supposed to feel like one person is carrying the weight of two people's dysfunction. Okay, you can't be the healer. You can't be the fixer. You can't be the forgiver. You can't be the fighter all by yourself. There should be two people trying to make it work, or else that relationship isn't going to work. Relationships take effort from both individuals, but it should be a mutual effort, right? It should be a collective effort. It should be, man, I want to put in this effort because I want to make it work. If you're the only one trying, then I'm gonna just keep it straight up with you. All you're doing is slowly dying. You can't save someone who keeps choosing to stay broken. You gotta realize some people are making a choice, and it's not your job to sacrifice your joy for their comfort. Let me challenge you with this. Hope you don't feel offended by it. If you knew your life, how can I say this? If you knew your life would look exactly like this 10 years from now or forever, would you stay? If you knew this was your life for the rest of your life, would you stay? Because the truth is, that's where you're headed if nothing's changing. The truth is, you can't keep praying for peace while choosing pain, right? You can't keep begging for joy while holding on to chaos. You can't keep saying, God, heal me. God, please fix this, while choosing to stay in the pain that's hurting you. You can't keep running back to the things that you're praying God to save you from. So here's the hard truth. Sometimes healing your life means breaking your own heart. Sometimes protecting your peace means walking away from what you wanted most. Sometimes you got to make decisions that hurt your heart, but heal your soul. But I promise you this, the pain of letting go will never be greater than the pain of staying stuck. My friend, you don't need closure when clarity is screaming at you. You don't need more chances when the pattern hasn't changed. And for sure, you don't need permission to save yourself. So don't stay in a relationship where your soul is shrinking. Don't stay out of guilt. Don't stay out of fear. Don't stay out of history, right? Never let the history keep you in the misery. I don't care how long you've been in it. That's not an excuse to settle for less, because history doesn't equal destiny. And loyalty to dysfunction is still betrayal to yourself. My friend, you were created for more. And when you stop settling, you stop suffering. So I challenge you with this. I challenge you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm done. I'm done settling for less. I'm done abandoning me. I'm done losing me to keep someone who can care less about losing me. Your healing starts the moment you choose you, and you can't feel guilty for choosing you. And when you finally do, I promise you, that's when real love shows up. You got to take care of you and stop expecting somebody who doesn't cherish you to do that for you. But like I'd say at the end of every single message, conversation, and video, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it. Make sure you watch the next video because it can help you. I appreciate you.